Anyways, you been playing anything, Mason?
Not really. Not really.
I feel like I've not had time to do any. I mean, this is the first weekend that we've not had plans in I don't know how fucking long.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to play a game. Like,
I really would like to sit down and play the Switch because I've got it set up with the new TV. But, dude, to be honest with you, and I think this is I think something I'd like to hear your opinion about. Like, do you guys ever feel a little bit too overwhelmed to sit down and play a video game?
dude,
Yeah.
it's choice paralysis sometimes.
Yeah.
Well,
me-
it's not even that. It's just like sometimes I want to turn my brain off, and
Oh, yeah.
and sometimes I feel like it's gonna take a lot of brain power, and like I kind of want to sit down and just like watch a guy on YouTube make a knife out of cardboard boxes.
Dude, I mean, I think I agree with you on that. Like, there's a lot of times where I just want to watch YouTube, but also I think there's plenty of games you can play that can turn your brain off. I mean, all of quarantine is a blur to me because of how much Animal Crossing we played.
Yeah.
Like, that was our get off work and turn our brain off because we're just going to pretend to be in a world where there's no pandemic. I don't know. I think there's probably a game out there you could find that would satisfy your need to turn your brain off.
Well,
but also,
it kind of makes me sad because I remember the days when you'd wake up and you're like, oh, I can't wait to play this fucking game. And like I had that with Breath of the Wild. When I sat down and played that, I was like, every day I was like, if I have time, I will be playing this game. And then, there was some time with Rocket League, there was some time with Sword and Shield. But I keep finding that I'm like, I don't really feel like doing that. And it makes me sad.
I also feel like it's not very inclusive. When I want to play a game, I'm not spending time with Danielle or Lena or Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me, but yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
No, yeah.
if I want to play something, most of the time it's single player. We don't always have the same ideas about what makes a video game fun. Like, we got really into Stardew for a little while, and I'd like to go back and play some more of that. That game I'll pick up and play for like 3 weeks straight and then drop it.
Yeah.
But
It happened with Rayman. That was the last time. Rayman 3D for the DS. I was playing it for a couple days, and then I went to Buffalo like on a flight, and I played it on the way there, and like one of those golf games that I had for the DS. And that was around the time we started, I think.
yeah, because you
And-
had your stack of
Yeah.
Yeah, I had my stack of games.
That was a while
And-
ago.
And on the way back from on the flight back, I was playing the final level of Rayman 3D. I told this story, and I couldn't get through it, and it made me so mad that I was like, I don't want to fucking look at the DS, because all I could think about was failing. I failed for like
Dude.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
I want you to play.
And like it just like I mean you could call it rage quitting, but it was just like, dude, I can't keep failing this. It's making me so mad because I'm at the final stage and I just want to fucking beat this game. Because it's like a childhood memory. Like I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
playing it on the 64. I
Dude,
think it was the N64.
you should, if you want to fucking get angry at a video game, Mega Man Zero.
Well, dude,
like-
you know what I want
Pretty
to
much
get
like
into
all the Mega Man games.
is I want to
Yeah,
get
Zero's-
into rhythm games. Because I've seen, is there one called like Rhythm Heaven or
Yeah,
something?
on the DS.
Yeah,
Friday
I saw,
Night Funkin'.
Well, Friday Night Funkin', yeah. There was a TikTok I think I saw for Rhythm Heaven, and it kind of had, you know how the WarioWare games are kind of like this weird animation? It kind of had that look to it, and I was like, I think I could get into that, but I just haven't had a game these past few months that I'm like, I gotta sit down and play this, and it feels bad, man.
Yeah.
You know the Pepe meme.
Feels bad, man. Well, man, if you're trying to get into rhythm games, check out Hatsune Miku, dude. You'll love it. Promise.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Vocaloid girl.
Vocaloid, like she's got the like very long twin tails.
Dude,
She's
you've seen
anime girl.
pictures of her. She's
They
the
do like
blue
live.
hair.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
She's the
she looks like a Pokemon.
So I don't. I don't. Okay.
well, just because she's anime,
No, she looks
Looks like a human Pokemon.
a trainer.
What's
the
what's
nurse?
the one that has the huge hips? It's like a flower. It's like a grass type.
She doesn't have huge hips.
Rosalia. I think it's Rosalia.
The evolution of her, maybe.
Yeah. Regardless,
well,
why that game?
I'm just joking. It's just I
Is
know
that a
that they
rhythm
are
game?
they are popular. Yeah, and I will say I didn't know this, but when Hatsune Miku, like the Vocaloid release, who made it? Was it who the fuck made Vocaloid? Do you know?
I have no. I
The
barely.
the
I know
Vocaloid
anything.
thing, it like came out as like a pack to like for you to use to make songs with these voices,
Yeah.
and it became like this very popular. They're basically like idols, but they're not real people.
You know what I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna get into is Mario Golf.
Yeah,
I
mean that's coming.
I think
out.
that's gonna be my next thing where I'm like, hyped to play it because
And then
I've been
Hatsune
looking
Miku.
for yeah, and then I'm gonna it'll fall off and
Yeah.
I'll be sad again. But
No, that'll be cool.
do you ever feel like you get into those ruts where you're
Yeah.
like, I want to play, but like I don't?
I feel like for me, I definitely get home, and sometimes like when I'm into a game, like when I was playing Valheim, I would get home every day and play it some. And I have friends that we'd get on and talk and play pretty much every day, or I'd just grind by myself for a while. And that was kind of fun because I had other people playing it that I didn't want to fall behind. So I was like trying to keep up and make sure we were all doing it. And sometimes we'd go make a plan to go do stuff together, kill the boss, go mine for shit. And that was cool. But I definitely do feel like a lot of the times I get home and I'm just so exhausted from work and like, when are we going to eat dinner? I don't know. Do I want to sit down and play this RPG that I'll get sucked into for like an hour and then have to stop? And
Yeah.
it gets weird because a lot of the games that I play are,
Yeah.
big time investments. And sometimes I'd rather just sit down and watch something because it's passive. I don't have to do anything. And then I'm like, well, this weekend I'll play a game. And every time this weekend rolls around, and even if it's not like big plans, like we do stuff, I get up and I watch something, I have breakfast or whatever, and then I'm going to play a game. And then Sean and Danielle are like, we're going to the store. You want to come? I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I should probably go to the store
Yeah.
too. And then by the time we get home, it's like 3, and I'm like, well,
It's
I
true.
could play something, or well, I actually got to do this, and then shit just comes up, and I feel like I haven't been playing games much recently. I mean, I play co-op stuff with Matt when we can. Like we're going through Borderlands 3 right now, which I've already played, but I love those games, so that's cool. But I don't know. I have so many games I want to play, and like multiple that I've started that I am like 15 to 20 hours in, and I'm just like, I need to go back, and I just haven't. So
I got something I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
can I say one last thing about the games
Wow.
first?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you're good. I wanted to say this earlier and I forgot, and then I just got reminded. You're talking about wanting to turn your brain off and stuff. I know you guys have brought it up before, don't really seem to care for them, but roguelike games where there's permadeath and stuff.
I feel like that would make me more mad.
But I will say it's one thing
perma mad.
I really enjoy about it is
Perma
because you don't really have to think. You just play through the run. It's all random, so there's no trying to remember what you've encountered. I mean, you learn stuff, but it's like you don't have to plan for going through the map a certain way, and you just make decisions on the fly. Like this new weapon shows up, so you grab that, and then you get power-ups, and you just make it work, and then you die, and you're like, well, I'm kind of supposed to die a lot anyways, so I'm not really caring right now, and I'll just play again. And every time you make little bits of permanent progress, so you're like, well, at least I got this time, and next time I'll do better. And I can play those games and get like 40 hours in and be like, okay, now I'm done. But, I just didn't even think the whole time I played like Hades or something. I was just sitting there zoned, just killing monsters and shit.
Yeah, I think I just feel like when I downloaded Star Wars Racer, I call it Pod Racer, but that's not actually the name.
Yeah, we always did.
I just felt like it didn't give me the same. Is it serotonin?
Yeah.
That I remember, and like that's sad to me. It's like I thought I was gonna love it, and it was like not as good as I remember.
No, definitely not.
And
dude.
like that sucks.
I haven't even put that game in because I ordered the limited run physical when like Sean got it, because he got the digital download, and I was like, I'm gonna get the physical, and it came to me like literally like a year later.
Oh,
and
really?
Limited
You
run
already
takes
played
a
it.
while. I hadn't even played it yet with Sean or
Oh.
anything. I just by the time it showed up, I was like, this is sick, and I got the like metal N64 cartridge with it, and I was like, yeah, I just kind of don't want to play it though. Like
I
the
bought
hype
it.
kind of is gone. So, but I don't know. I get what you're saying. I'm just thinking try like new games, like you said, try some rhythm games. There's things that maybe like rhythm games, you turn your brain off, you just go and then play for 10 minutes, an hour, and you just shut it off. And it's
Yeah,
not like you have to think about where was I when you pick it up. So
it's true.